Hello, welcome to my little studio, my little place of sanctuary. Today I want to talk to you about making your own pattern so that you can make yourself a cute dress. Now, what I suggest is that you find something in your closet that you love, that fits you well, you really love the style, but you just like to have another one like it. And it's very important also to pay attention to whether the dress is made from a knit fabric or from a woven fabric. Now, if you sew, I know you know what I'm talking about. The knit is the stretchy stuff, the woven does not stretch. Now, the dress that I have chosen to do a pattern from today is a dress that I have received from a client. This is such a cute dress. You know what? I'm going to pop it on and I'm going to show it to you because it's really adorable. It's a great style. I think it would look great on just about anybody. And you can see why she's having me make her a new one because we've got this big gaping hole. There's a hole here. We got issues on the neckline. But this is really a very cute baby doll. I think it's adorable. It's got pockets in the sides. And I think this is a really easy beginner project. Very simple, and we can all make this dress. This is a pretty simple dress. Okay, so got that. What you're going to do to start is you're going to turn your dress inside out, and if it needs to be pressed, you should go ahead and press it. I suggest that because it makes everything super flat. This is pretty worn, and I don't think the fabric is so soft, and it's going to lay and it's going to do what I need it to do. But you know what? I'm going to go press it anyway. I'll be right back. Okay, the dress is pressed. Now, what I suggest you do is you get some sort of piece of paper. Some folks like to use wrapping paper, which I think is a really great idea. Nearly all the wrapping paper I've seen lately has a grid on the back, and that's really cool. But I'm going to use this. I'm going to use a manila folder. I ended up with a bunch of these. I think I got them at a yard sale. And I think this will be big enough. What we want to do is get our stuff out of the way. We want to fold the garment in half. Now you're going to match up the seams. Here are the side seams. Match them up right. Let's shake this out. And my folder is just big enough. Let me tip this down so you can see. All right. Actually, shouldn't we do it like yay? Yeah, that's the way to do it. Okay, so we have the dress is laid out. I'm got it completely folded in half. So we've got our center back is right here. Here's your shoulder seam. And here's my side seam. And here is the waist of the dress. Now it's a little wonky, and I don't think it's supposed to have a curved waist. Gosh, hard telling, not knowing. Maybe it does curve up. I mean, it looks like it curves up. But anyway, it definitely is curving up. Okay, so what you want to do is make some marks. Here, I'm marking where it goes at the waist, and here is the nape of the neck. And then we're going to just sort of sketch a line. I'm going to make this straight with a ruler. After I'm all done, I'm going to come up and clean up my lines. And then we're going to sketch out the top, the back neckline, and then we're going to sketch our shoulder seam. And now we do the armhole. See, I'm just tracing along, and I'm not worried about my seam allowances right now. We're going to add them later. And here is my side seam. And that's where the waist ends. Okay, pick this up. Now I'm going to get my ruler and I'm going to straighten up these lines. We're going to play connect the dots. That looks good. We're going to clean this one up. Nice and bold. Clean up this one. And for the curves, now I have a fancy curve ruler. It's not necessary. However, if you're going to be making a lot of your own patterns, you will find that it is very, very helpful. I'm just matching up my curve. Oops. Breaking the lead of my pencil. Just so it's nice and neat. Okay, that's nice. And this little neckline curve. Ta-da! All right, that's fabulous. Now here, I'm just drawing straight across because I think that's what we want to do. I think we just want to have a straight line. And most of the dresses that I do with the bodice, keep it simple. Just do a straight line. You can get fancy with curves later on if you want to, but I suggest you just stick with a straight line. And here we are. Okay, so here I have my bodice back pattern. Now I need another one of these because I need to do the front. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to mark it on here, and I'm going to make myself a little interchangeable thing. I'm one of those people, I just don't like a whole lot of pattern pieces. I think the simpler we keep it, the better off we will be. Now our armholes are slightly different. Because it really doesn't go there. That goes toward the front. See how the front armhole, I don't know if you can see that. See, this is a little bit inside. So in order to mark this properly, I'm going to go like this. And we're going to find our center line. And the center is easy to mark because this is a V-neck. So it's already there. Line everything up. Line it up, line it up, line it up. Okay, are you lined up? You are lined up. Okay, so in order to do this, so I'm going to come in and mark, here is the depth of my V. And the shoulders, where they meet, is going to be the same. And I'm going to just sketch out this swoopy little V. But we're going to come back and clean that up. Okay, well, we're holding this right like this. If you come up, you're just going to sketch it out. Sketch out where that front armhole is. Now, lots of the dresses that I make, my pattern is just a very simple front and back. It's the same thing. Okay, so since we've got this begun, we're going to come in with our ruler and match up the curve pretty well. That's good. And now for the armhole, I want to I'm going to do this. Like this, and it has to end with here. It has to meet up there. So we just and this gives us our front armhole, and we just smooth that out a little bit. Okay, so now this is the front and this is the back. Now, of course, we want to do this on 2 separate pieces of paper, but at least I have shown you here, this is how we mark this out. Now, you're going to want to add on your seam allowances. Now, your seam allowances can be as big or small as you like them. I personally like about a 3/8 of an inch seam allowance, and that's approximately this much. This is a nice seam allowance. You don't need a whole lot, but since you're just making this pattern and you're just learning, I would suggest giving it, I would suggest doing more of a 1/2 inch seam allowance, because that way you've got room to let it out a little bit in case it's a little small. Now, what you're going to do is make this out of fabric that you don't care about. This is called a mock-up, or in haute couture, we call it a toile. So this is just a mock-up. This is a pretend dress. So I want you to use something that doesn't matter. A sheet. Make it a pretty sheet just in case it turns out really good. But make it something that's not very precious. And make sure that it fits right, and then you can go on and do it out of the precious fabric. So that is how we make the bodice. Next video, I'll show you how to measure for the skirt.